Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Something a little bit different today. You don't need to watch, so this is great AMSR, or throw it on while you're, cleaning the kitchen or doing other chores or whatever. I'm going to do Donald Trump's numerology prediction. Now, if you've watched me on my other channel, I did this for some of the royals, and it is bizarrely accurate. I was actually kind of shocked. I've never really been a numerology person. I really didn't quite understand um I watch Logan. I like that kind of numerology, but the numerology that is kind of the mainstream stuff, I've really never grasped. I believe when you say your name, you create a vibration. So if I say your name is David, that makes a kind of vibration that does have energy, right? Um, and that's why it seems like everybody that you meet whose name is like Tiffany seems to be quite girly, and anybody whose name is Chad, well, we all know what Chad is. Oh, he's a Chad, more manly, or a player or something. Or look at, now we have a name Karen. Oh, you Karen, this Karen. Now I'm not trying to offend people whose that's your name. I'm just telling you, is it the name or is it the vibration when you say that name? When that person grows up and they're saying their name over and over, are they creating that vibration around them? That's where I think so that's not really numerology, but numerology with numbers do carry a vibration. Long story short, I was in a used bookstore a while back, and I picked up this book, and it was $40, which is very expensive for a used book, especially a little paperback you've never heard of. And I started reading about, I thought the best way to figure out some of these things is to read celebrities, right? To see how it fits in them and what we know about celebrities' lives. And I was shocked how much it actually matched up with the royals, where they are in the world and whatnot, especially King Charles with his cancer. It was like, what the hell? Anyways, I'm going to do Donald Trump's numerology. Now, this is called your right action number. It's your past, present, and future with numerology, only based on your birth date, not your year, not your name, your birth date. And every birth date carries a certain vibration with it. And which makes sense because December 12th has a much different vibration than July the 12th, just because of the heat of the sun and the weather and what's expecting. July 12th is summer, and you have the energy of summertime and laying on a beach and playing outside and doing things. And December 12th, where you are in the world, you might be scrambling, getting ready for Christmas, or you're hunkering down because it's so cold out, right? Like it's just carries a different vibration. So I can kind of get behind that. So I'm going to do Donald Trump's, and this is how you do it. So his birthday is June 14th. So you put in June is the 6th plus 14. And then this year is a 9 year, where this is 2025 is 2 plus 2 plus 5 is 9. So it's a 9 year equals 29. And then you reduce that to a single digit. 2 plus 9 is 11. 11 is 2. Donald Trump is having a 2 year. And once I saw that, it made so much sense. So last year was his number 1 year, and that's a great time for great starts and getting and being very bold and action oriented and not letting anything stop you. Bullet to the ear. It actually invigorated him and wanted him to keep going. But just wait till you hear about this 2 year, and this will actually kind of blow your mind. The number 2 personal year right action. And what she means by right action are the right actions you should take if this is your number. The right action this year is quite different from that of the last year. The self-interest, determination, and initiative are no longer needed. Self-interest, determination, and initiative. You need that to win an election. But you don't need that now this year because you did it. Your purpose and steadfastness will still be underlying in all that you do, but success and good results are obtained now, though through diplomacy, cooperation, and the unity established between yourself and those you are depending upon for results. In fact, all during the second year of your present 9-year cycle, agreements and harmonious relationships in business or human association depend on a willingness to share when mutual benefits are required. Look at all the tariffs. Look at what he's doing. He'll say, "Oh yeah, 100%." And then they go discuss it. Okay, I've knocked it down to 15% because there's that diplomacy and willing to share when mutual benefits are required. The only person he's not doing that with is Canada, and that's Canada's fault. It's not Trump's fault. How well you work with others in all associations is more important than the results you're trying to get. Look at him with Elon. Your future in later years will reflect on what you do now. The need for tactful reproach in all dealings or undertakings is vitally important, and the exercise of patience when delays seem to hold up results is the background for ultimate success. You think about the peace deal he's trying to get in Ukraine, and you start to think about some of these things. You go, wow, this is really playing out for him. Even if it is your part of your plan to bring about separation from an established tie, WF, HWO, all of that, for better circumstance or environment, meet the opinions of others in such a way that such action does not become a problem, even on your part. Resistance, condemnation, or dominant demands bring unhappiness and perhaps even regret. Look at this, demanding to shut down the JE investigation. Now he's regretting it. It is really your task all this year to keep peace in your mind and heart. That's his whole thing. He wants to be known as a peacemaker and get all these wars cleaned up. Otherwise, you could be pressed by others into an ungracious action, feeling subordinated and not in control of your plans and right action. There's a spiritual color to this year, the realization that peace of mind and goodwill in all activity is more important than all other ways and means. There is a sweet note running through the year. Love affairs, weddings, pleasing companionship, good fellowship, and lovely social events. New opportunity, new associations open the way to personal expression that your number 3 has in store for you when you begin the 3rd year of your cycle. Your number 2 personal year will be a busy one with endless demands on your time. So much so that you may even wonder how you take care of everything. Everybody's commented, like, how is this 79-year-old man doing all of this? Even so, this year in itself is designed to be a wonderful one, often exciting with new interests, new contacts, new group enterprise, and surprises, all to try to help you make this year one of your best. It holds many promises, even if not fulfilled all at once. Your talents, perhaps, the plans you are working on, or your personal interests will bring about the offers and contacts of the year. What you can do for others or have done in the past will be the attraction, sometimes with a thrill of accomplishment, or on the other hand, disappointments when the right action, understanding, and cooperation are not part of the proceedings. Uh, that that explains a lot of the things. Like, he's very driven to get a lot of these accomplishments done, and the thrill of the accomplishment, I think, is what lives for him. Think out each idea carefully. Consider the ultimate goal wisely. Estimate its future possibility in the relationship of what you want out of life. Like the seed in the ground and not ready to sprout, realize time is part of the result. In this way, avoid the possibility of defeating the ultimate reward and agreement. Experiences are deep and often emotional. Even so, do not allow your feelings to cause you to act hastily or with condemnation. I think he does. Remember, he dropped the F bomb? Move forward as circumstances demand. Keep a cheerful attitude of mind. Enjoy working with others for a useful cause. In this way, you will realize at the end of the year that you are happier and that the big need or problem has been adjusted and has been worked out for mutual satisfaction. Up to July, do not hurry results. Time is very important and things will seem to slow. From then on, you should know where you stand and just what you are going to do. And by the end of the year, to plan more time for yourself, for your personal interests and progress. I think this is his health sneaking up on him. We've read many times on this tarot table that his health is not the greatest. During the year, select these colors or flowers. Gold, look at, I wanted to point this out. Look at how he's gilded the White House. And there's actually big complaints about it from people. They think he's gone over the top. He's gilded everything. I mean, he likes surrounding himself with in a wealthy environment. Gold, salmon, garnet, prune, and cinnamon. In business, talk things over and get together. While his business is being president, and as a Gemini, he loves to talk and get together. He loves to bring people together. Let's have this summit. Let's have that. Okay, I'll meet you in Alaska. You have time for coffee? I'll meet you in Alaska. Right? Where can I meet you to talk about this or that? In marriage, find interesting group studies. Children, teach courtesy and good manners. In-laws, be patient. I believe, did Melania's mother just recently, did she pass? Was it this year she passed away? I think it was this year. Earlier this year. Human relationships, stand for peace. I kid you not, that's exactly what it says. Stand for peace. So now let's see, and then the book goes into every month, things that you should focus on every month. Let's see, November. So if you're in your 2 personal year in the month of November, the right action this month is to get down to work, to face the facts of what must be done, to establish better order and management for future security. He just had a very successful trip over in Asia. And to be willing to apply yourself to the task even though you may not want to. Meet the necessity present with good judgment and practical methods. Engineer the inspiration and ideas of last month towards accomplishment for tangible results to clear the way for what you want to do next year and more freedom next month. Many details accompany you in the work to be done, perhaps more than you expected, but which have priority if order is to be established. Study ways and means, economize if necessary to get results. Look what he's doing with the budget. And do not hurry, just get things done. You may not like the routine and application or some of the little tasks that try to cause you delay. Show what you can do and be conscientious in your response to what others may ask of you. This may be a very satisfactory month on the whole due to your efforts and those you are associated with. Think plans out with good common sense, especially in regards to papers, contracts, and agreements and to what you want to do, especially if legal matters are involved. Well, he's involved in suing the BBC, isn't he? Take care of your health by not being emotional or resentful or worrying over details. In this way, the freedom for future activity will develop and be realized. In-laws and children are part of the responsibility the month brings. Well, his granddaughter Kai had her professional golfing debut. So that could be that part of the responsibility, perhaps. Making sure that he's there for her in her golfing career kind of thing. But I just find it kind of interesting, like the energies that are surrounding him. And when you think, oh yeah, that's pretty basic. Doesn't that say that every year? No, it doesn't. When you read this book, every year is so different that it's not just by random chance that this has happened. It's anybody who has, what was really interesting with this book is that Camilla and Harry have the same year number. And Camilla's year actually is going really good for her. Um, People are feeling better about her being queen. All she's done is put her head down and worked as queen as best she could. Didn't create a stink or dust up about anything. And Harry, who is the same number, did not do the things that the right action number said, and his life is falling apart. It was so blatantly obvious. Like, if you're interested, it was actually kind of fascinating that they have the same number, but he did not go along with what his number was. The energies around and the vibration around his number was trying to indicate to him to move forward in the cycle, and he's actually failing at so many things so badly. um wasn't a year to be the star of the show, let's put it that way. All right, well, let me know what you think about this, and give me some other suggestions. Like, somebody I'm thinking about reading this on is Candace Owens. Like, where is she? What's happening with her? Let's see, Erica Kirk, what's her number and how is that working out in her life? See, look at that. The clock agrees with me. So there are other ones. I just think it's really fascinating. You can try and look for this book online. It's pretty much sold out everywhere, your right action number. And I've looked everywhere for a PDF online. It just simply isn't there. I mean, I think this book was written in 1979. So it's probably, and last printing was 1983. So didn't even have PDFs back then. And I don't think anybody's managed to put it up on a Google Drive or anything. All right. Thank you very much for watching. Please take good care. See you online. Bye for now.